He's the voice behind the world's biggest podcast, and his lifestyle is just as bold as his opinions. Joe Rogan went from a stand-up comic and UFC commentator to becoming a global media force with a Spotify deal worth over $100 million. But what sets Joe Rogan apart from the typical Hollywood millionaire is how he blends insane wealth with rugged personal passions. While many celebrities chase glamour, Joe's world revolves around power, discipline, and independence. From million-dollar homes to muscle cars, luxury gyms to wilderness adventures, Rogan's lifestyle is an action-packed ride fueled by testosterone and curiosity. Let's begin with real estate. In 2020, Rogan made headlines by buying a luxurious $14.4 million mansion in Austin, Texas. After years of living in Los Angeles, he decided to move his entire podcast empire to Texas for more freedom, privacy, and space. His new home is a modern lakeside fortress with over 10,000 square feet, set on a sprawling piece of land. With high ceilings, multiple bedrooms, a state-of-the-art kitchen, and large windows opening to stunning outdoor views, the property is designed for both comfort and privacy. Before this, Rogan lived in Bell Canyon, California, where he owned another impressive home. He eventually sold the California property for around $3 million after making the Texas switch. Joe isn't into showing off, but his real estate choices show that he values high-quality living in places that allow him to think, create, and recharge. Now let's talk about cars. Rogan is a certified gearhead. He's obsessed with performance, speed, and engineering. His garage is filled with powerful vehicles that reflect his personality, raw, bold, and built for action. One of his most famous cars is a custom 1970 Plymouth Barracuda built by Roadster Shop, which features a supercharged V8 engine with over 1,000 horsepower. He also owns a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, a car known for its blistering speed and race-ready precision. But Rogan isn't all about roaring engines. He also owns a Tesla Model S for a quiet and high-tech ride. Whether he's talking about aerodynamics or off-road builds on his podcast, it's clear Joe appreciates cars that aren't just luxurious, but mechanically impressive. Beyond houses and horsepower, Joe Rogan's lifestyle reflects a deep commitment to health and self-mastery. His home gym could easily rival a professional training center. Equipped with free weights, kettlebells, resistance machines, mats for jiu-jitsu, sauna rooms, and cold plunges, Joe's workout space is both high-end and personal. He trains regularly in martial arts, lifts weights, and believes in optimizing both mind and body. His recovery game is just as strong, with infrared saunas, float tanks, and supplements from his own brand, Onnit. He talks openly about trying everything from stem cells to TRT testosterone replacement therapy, biohacking routines, and ice baths. Rogan may be in his 50s, but his fitness lifestyle is sharper than most 20-year-olds. Joe's diet also plays a big role in his routine. He's a big fan of elk meat, which he often hunts himself during wilderness trips across North America. These hunting trips are not just hobbies. They are essential to who he is. He believes in the primal connection between humans and nature. Often joined by friends or experts in survival, Joe travels to remote locations, often using high-end bows and top-tier hunting gear. The meat he harvests isn't just consumed at home, it becomes part of his personal philosophy: sustainability, respect for nature, and self-reliance. And then, of course, there's the podcast. Joe's podcast studio is another example of his no-compromise approach to quality. The Austin studio, built after his move from LA, is fitted with high-end microphones, cameras, lighting, and comfort features. Guests include celebrities, doctors, scientists, athletes, comedians, and sometimes controversial figures. Joe is known for asking bold questions and letting conversations flow for hours. It's this honest, unscripted approach that turned the Joe Rogan Experience into a podcast empire, leading to his record-breaking deal with Spotify. Despite the fame, fortune, and fan base, Joe Rogan isn't interested in traditional celebrity life. You won't see him partying in Monaco or shopping on Rodeo Drive. Instead, you'll find him reading, training, cooking elk, or hosting 3-hour conversations with thinkers and fighters. Even his clothing style is low-key, usually jeans, t-shirts, and the occasional camo hoodie. He doesn't spend on watches or red carpet events. Instead, his money goes into things he uses every day: gym gear, hunting tools, podcast equipment, and a home that supports his version of peace. Joe is also incredibly generous when it comes to supporting people and projects he believes in. He has invested in multiple health and fitness companies, promoted unknown authors, and helped give small voices a massive platform through his show. Whether it's discussing cold exposure therapy, conspiracy theories, or the future of AI, Joe Rogan is always exploring, questioning, and evolving. And his wealth allows him to do all this at his own pace, without being tied to corporate scripts or media rules. In many ways, Joe Rogan's lifestyle is the ultimate example of freedom through success. He doesn't live modestly, but he doesn't live to impress. Everything he owns, from his Texas mansion to his muscle cars, serves a purpose. He lives for curiosity, health, performance, and real conversation. And whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that he's built a life on his terms. So, what would you do with a podcast empire, millions in the bank, and the freedom to live however you want? Let us know in the comments and hit that subscribe button.